Hey everyone, today we're going to discuss about the test of normality. Now this time, we're going to have a particular test and apply natin paano ba natin i-interpret yung data gamit yung mga test na to. Yung mga test na gagamitin natin is gagamitin tayo ng online calculators, okay? Hindi na natin sila i-test ng isa-isa kasi it takes a lot of time. It is a risky din kasi baka hindi maging accurate yung answer din natin kapag minanual natin siya, and actually no one does that anymore. Mostly uses online calculators and spreadsheets for that already. And marami namang free online, so why not, diba? Now, one of the assumptions in determining whether we should use a parametric test or not is checking if the data is normally distributed or not. So, yun yung isa natin kailangan malaman kung yung data ba natin ay normally distributed. Kapag normally distributed siya, gamit tayo ng parametric test. Kapag hindi naman, hindi tayo gawin ng parametric test. By the way, ano nga ba yung mga parametric and non-parametric test? We're gonna cover ano yung mga test sa parametric at ano yung test na hindi parametric on our next lesson. Ha? Ayun. So, one way in checking the normality is by assessing the skewness. Kapag ang skewness mo ay between -1 and +1, approximately normal yan. Pero medyo hindi siya clear na distribution na kasi approximately normal lang eh. There are other ways on how we check if the data is normally distributed. Now there are two tests that we can use. The first one is the Shapiro-Wilk test of normality. So maraming actually types ng test of normality, pero yung Shapiro-Wilk yung merong pinakamataas na statistical power among all the possible tests. So it is a test of normality that determines if a given data comes from a normally distributed data. Now, the online calculator is right here. Bibigyan ko yun ng document na to. Click nyo lang and it will lead you to this website. Yan. So you can input the significance level 0.05 and input data here. And it will tell you if your data is normally distributed or not. Now, in testing the hypothesis, meron tayong mga given na null and alternative hypothesis. Ang null hypothesis natin, the data does not differ from a normally distributed data. So hindi siya nalalayo kay normally distributed. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung data mo, normally distributed. Alternative hypothesis, the given data differs from a normally distributed data. So, ibig sabihin kay alternative hypothesis, hindi normally distributed ang data mo kasi nalalayo siya kay normally distributed. Kasi ang ginagawa natin kay test of normality, kino-compare natin sa isang normally distributed data. Pag null hypothesis, hindi nalalayo kay normal distribution. Kapag A, malayo na normal siya. So, yan. Ang objective natin, gusto natin dapat null hypothesis. Hindi natin i-reject to. Kasi gusto natin na normally distributed yung data natin. If P is greater than or equal to 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This means that the given data does not differ from a normally distributed data. If P, however, is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. So, pag in-input natin data natin, ang kailangan lang natin makita yung p-value. Kapag 0.05 pataas, fail to reject, normal distribution meron tayo. Kapag less than 0.05, reject the null hypothesis, hindi normal distributed yung data natin. So, ganun. Ang problema kay Shapiro-Wilk din kasi, it can be really sensitive kapag mataas yung sample size. In the sense na kahit isa lang yung magbagong data, baka sabihin niya kagad na hindi na normal distributed. So, yun yung weakness niya. More or less, mga around 50 ang pwedeng sample size nito. Kapag mataas na, like 200 pataas, 100 pataas, it could be can be sensitive. So, kapag mga ganun data, we make use na yung QQ plots. So, the QQ plots, we use that to examine the given data. Pero ito, it can be subjective kasi ano siya graph siya. So later on, I'll give an example of a QQ plot. Paano nga pala nagkakaroon ng QQ plot? Pag input natin yung data natin dito, meron din siyang ilalabas na QQ plot. Okay? Sige, example tayo. The data below shows the grade of students in statistics and probability. Determine if the data is normally distributed. So, ito yung data natin. Yan. Gusto natin malaman, normally distributed ba itong data na to or hindi. So, let's have a solution. So, the first step is we determine the hypothesis of the study. So, null hypothesis, the grades of the students in statistics and probability does not differ from a normally distributed data. Ibig sabihin, yung grades niya hindi nalalayo sa isang normally distributed data. So, ibig sabihin, normally distributed data natin. Alternative hypothesis, the grades of the students in statistics and probability differ from a normally distributed data. So, pag alternative, hindi raw siya normal distributed. Ang gusto natin, normal distribution. Okay? So, let's use an online calculator. So, ito yung online calculator natin na naklik lang natin dito. Bibigyan ko naman kayo ng document nito. Input lang natin yung data natin isa-isa. Yan. 1, 2. Tapos madaling i-copy-paste na lang. 3. Copy-paste ko ba? Na-paste ko naman, no? 8. Okay. Next naman. 4 and 5. So, check natin kung na-input ba natin lahat. Wala tayong mga spaces like ito, may space. So, input lang natin significance level 0.05. Lagi namang 0.05 gagamitin natin, okay? And calculate. So, ito yung Shapiro-Wilk test natin. The p-value is 0.31095. Ayan. Actually, ito rin yun eh. Pinaste ko lang dito. The p-value is 0.310952. Paano ba natin ini-interpret itong p-value na to? Check lang natin kung less than siya or greater than 0.05. Remember, kapag greater than 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Kapag less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. In this case, it's 0.31, which is greater than 0.05. So, ibig sabihin, we failed to reject the null hypothesis. So, i-accept natin itong statement na to, na hindi siya nalalayo kay normal distribution. This means that the data is normally distributed. So, yun. May evidence na tayo na itong nakuha natin data, normally distributed siya. Okay? And next natin, let's observe the QQ plot. So, ito yung QQ plot natin. Yan. Mas malaki yung picture dito na yung screenshot ko earlier. Ito yung QQ plot. Si QQ plot, important na i-check natin dito, dapat it should resemble a straight line. Dapat yung mga points natin nalalapit dun sa straight line na to. Pag nag-form sila ng straight line, ibig sabihin the data is normally distributed. Pag malayo yung mga QQ plot dyan, hindi siya normally distributed. So, i-check lang natin kung nag-form sila ng straight line. Since nagmumukha naman siya yung nag-form ng straight line, it suggests that it's close to a normal distribution. So this suggests that the data is normally distributed. So, yun. So, ibig sabihin, based from the Shapiro-Wilk test of normality and the QQ plot, we can say that the given data is normally distributed. Kapag ganun, pwede tayong gawin parametric test. Yun. So, meron pa ritong example. Aralin itong mga example na to, okay? So, testing the normality of a data is important since this is one of the statistical assumptions in a parametric test. To test the normality of the data, we can use the Shapiro-Wilk test of normality or the QQ plot. We can also check the skewness of the data. So, yun ang test of normality. In our next lesson, we will discuss naman about the test of difference between two independent groups. So, I hope you guys learned a lot today. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next video.